everybody. It is another Wednesday. I am Kenda, your host, and this is my show, Minding My Own Podcast. Thank you all for tapping in on this lovely night. I got some real dope guests here today. I'm gonna just get to the point. Okay? I'm gonna just get to the point. So I'm gonna just go around the table and introduce you to everybody. We got Praise. We got Yaya. And we got Buda in the building. And I'm
Hello, everyone.
All of y'all. What? Yes. So I wanted to bring y'all on the show because, first of all, there's this culture of dance in our city that's booming. It's actually really dope. But not a lot of people actually understand like how it all began and how to get a part of it and just how to see the shows and like how to network with you guys and y'all passion behind it, like what drives you. And I feel like it's something that's not really tapped in on. So yeah, and it's not easy. I know it's not easy.
No, it's not.
But y'all do it and y'all do it gracefully and y'all are so talented. So you're welcome. You're welcome. So I just wanted to like give people some insight on who you all are, where you're from, how you got into dance, and some tips and like maybe some advice you can give people who want to get involved. So who would like to jump in first?
You know, I knew this is coming. So, for those that don't know, my name is Richard Brasfield, but people know me as Buda. I have been, immersed in dance in the dance community for 20 plus years.
Wow.
I'm 37, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. But
looking good for 37 now.
Thank you. Thank you. No, so like first off, I want to just say thank you for having me on the show. When Tone asked me to be a part of this, I thought that like right now in the stage of my life that it is important for me to like kind of give my perspective on dance more so then than now.
Yeah.
And I say it like that more so because I feel like first off with dance, just times have changed, right? Like I wouldn't say it's not as strong as it used to be, but like back in the day when I was dancing, for sure, like the biggest thing that I thrived on was like the sense of community. And it's not again to say that it isn't prominent now, but it was so strong then. It was something that we really, really enjoy. I'm sure you guys can correlate with that. And it's, again, not to say that you guys don't enjoy it now, but it was just something about back then. And I think
sparkled different.
Yeah, and I think for me it's just more so like because I just got older. So with my story, dance became a passion for me. It wasn't like my natural thing that I wanted to do. I just happened to be in a space where I could do it. So for the most part, I've been dancing longer than I've been in the community. I started, I think like anybody else, drill teams in school. You know, I was in a drill team in middle school, drill team, cheerleading in high school. Went into college and I was dancing then, but like the difference being is that I was dancing for just so many different companies after high school that like really helped my dance career flourish.
Nice.
And I learned so much from all these different companies until just one day out of nowhere, like this, honestly, just I wasn't expecting this to happen, but because I was just so immersed in the dance community that I ended up owning my own dance company in the process.
Let's go. Can I clap for that? I'm sorry.
But taking it back, like from then to now, like it's just so crazy because like again, dance was not something that I wanted to do all my life. Like I didn't expect it to be a prominent part of my life. So like I used dance for me as a coping thing for my trauma.
So like an outlet.
Yeah, an outlet. Thank you. Definitely an outlet for like just stuff that I was dealing with at home and family issues and things like that.
Yeah.
And when I tell you it helped.
It's better than beating people up.
Listen. but with and you know it's like, and not to like really unpack, but like with my anger and like with my
He's
issues,
like, it's very possible.
it's very possible. So for real, so like that really helped me just like shift my emotions and my feelings from that towards something productive.
Yeah, positive.
Positive and productive.
Yes.
So yeah, like over the years, I went from again high school to like companies in college and then companies outside of college, and I joined a very prominent company called dance company called Remix Dance Company.
Okay. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. I love y'all, my supers. Y'all know who y'all are. I mentioned them more so because like even in the space of like me just kind of like going through, I wouldn't say going through the motions of dance, but just like figuring myself out in that, like that company, them people really changed my life. Like y'all don't understand. Like it was more than just like dance. It was like these were people, like they were my family. They still are my family. Like, and they again, y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to Ray, PJ, Bella, you know, Nunu, Reese. I love y'all so much. Just know that. But like they really did change my life. And not again, and the biggest thing that we had in common outside of that was dance. Like we all danced together. So like the reason why I'm circling back to what I mentioned the first time is like the reason why I feel like dance is just not the same is because I think we just kind of aged out a little bit. Does that make sense? Like I don't think for me.
You think the TikTok era
I
is
was
kind of
just
like
say that in my. I was just saying
having an
that.
impact on that.
Like it's something that now we have to like when TikTok first came out, like it was so just like everywhere, and it was just kind of like as a dancer, I just felt like it was like taking away from like the genuine artistry, I guess, from it. And it still kind of does because like even to this day, I will see cold ass dances on TikTok with like so many likes versus like, you know, the actual crazes and the trends of TikTok that be getting these thousands and thousands of likes. So I had to learn how to play to that because it's such a strong part of social networking now. Yeah, you know, and again, I'm 37, so like I didn't necessarily I had to like get in. I feel old because I have to get into this space now. This new thing.
That's how I felt.
Yeah, so like I just kind of like aged out. Like I don't because I really don't want to like put no bad qualms on the dance community now. Like I still see people out here thriving and people that I've danced with and worked with still doing their thing, and I kudos down. Like I love that for y'all, but then I had to realize that, like, again, especially now, because again, dance was part of me dealing with my trauma. And now that I've dealt with that trauma, it's like, okay, and I'm older now. I'm like, okay, I actually want to do other things. Like I didn't want to be the person that was like, oh, because that's what used to irritate me a lot too. That's how I knew that I need to like, which is crazy. I can't take myself away from it, but I can dial it back.
Yeah.
But I had to dial back from dance so much because I didn't want to be made to look like the person that is always reminded, like, oh, you Richard, the dude that dances. Like, I don't want to be known for that all the time.
You want to wear many hats. Yeah.
So
I get that.
Yeah. So I just wanted to step away a little bit and get back into things that I want to do. I.e. the podcast that I have. Shout out to the collective KOTV.
Yes. Shout out to your pod. Love around here.
Just a little small plug. No, but like just want to be able to delve into things that I actually enjoy and put myself more so in those spaces. But don't get it twisted. I still do dance. I'm still out here. I'm just having to kind of compartmentalize how I deal with that now.
Yeah, how it fits in your life now.
Yeah.
Totally understand that.
So that's pretty much my story. I'm kind of giving like surface level stuff. Like I've worked with so many different people in the community. I've worked with you guys so many different times. Yeah, so I don't want to like, I'm a humble person, so I don't want to big up myself, but like everybody that knows me knows.
Hey, no, it's okay to toot that horn. You know what you are capable of. You know what you did.
Yeah.
We know what you did.
Yeah. You're right.
You didn't drop the name of your dance company.
Oh, see, exactly. Like, I guess it's because again, it's such a like I've been doing it for so long that like it's just kind of like literally my past now. Like I'm definitely past all of that. Like when people mention, I'm like, damn, we did do that. Like it's crazy. We've done some like if you've been a part of Revamp or part of some stuff that I've done, like we've done some like crazy performances. Like my
Yeah.
biggest one, first off, the name of my company, and I still have the LLC for it. I just feel like again, people aged out because I don't think that like we like had any be like in Revamp for the most part. We didn't have any beef with anybody. It was just that people just kind of branched out or aged out and did other things. That's literally how that kind of like happened,
Okay.
and myself included. Because once that happened, I'm like, okay, I still work with people. I still definitely work with people. Like I still have I'm friends with a lot of people from my company.
Yeah.
It's just like that structure of it all. Yeah, life be life and too.
Period.
That's what I'm saying. Like the connections, everything just be different now. Especially when you get older, life gets bigger and broader on your time.
Yeah. So true.
So like it just kind of happened that way. That's really how that was. But like, yeah, like we've done like some crazy performances. The biggest one that I love mentioning and that I'm proud of personally myself was like the Pride Fest performances that we did.
I love that.
Yeah, so like when we was doing that for like I think I've had this company for almost 10 years. We did that for at least 8 years of those 10.
Wow.
Like every year. Yeah, it was just always so much fun. Shout out to Brian Keys. He really was the one that plugged me with that gig, and he's such a sweetheart. I just love. I thank you so much, Brian, especially because like I'll say this: in a city like Milwaukee, they don't. There isn't much room for like really putting out the true artistic things that we really as artists want to do.
Why do you think that is?
We just kind of have to dumb down certain things. Like I feel like, especially in this climate where hip hop is such a prominent thing, and people that live it versus people that play around in it, right? I think us all as Black people understand that concept. Like it's better because we live it. We're part of that, and to not be able to like truly be authentic in your artistry because you are the only person that knows that and has went through that. Milwaukee doesn't necessarily leave room for that all the time. Okay, like it's not to say that it doesn't happen, but like
TikTok dance is that's what they think real dancing.
Yes.
And they don't even know the history behind the moves that they
do.
Yeah.
These is just repeating moves. Y'all are just doing them a different way.
or not even that. Like majority of the dance crazes that are out now that dancers are using are from TikTok. Like so that's the history. Like you just learned it from TikTok. There is no necessarily history behind it. You just learned that dance from TikTok because they made it up on TikTok. Right. So like everything becomes so cookie cutter, and it just takes away the authenticity. And it's not to say that Milwaukee doesn't have it at all, but like I feel like for me, the reason why I'm still is, and I know, and now this is me bigging myself up. I know how talented I always have been and am now. I stay in Milwaukee because Milwaukee has such potential for that, such potential for that. Like I know so many people that went out in Milwaukee and came back and have done like crazy stuff. Y'all like shout out to Davion, him performing at the Super Bowl last year. That is insane. Performing for Usher. That's bro. Like I know I've already told you it's Davion, but I'm so proud of you because like again, he still comes back home and like really stick and makes sure that he like keeps that artistry intact, and that is so important. It's so important. So like yes, I stick here because I feel like there needs to be a Black hub for artistry when it comes to that.
So it sounds like we've established that we're lacking in that area because there's a lot of creative spaces here in Milwaukee. Like I see so many people explore art in their own way, and I feel like what you're saying is that there needs to be a collective energy of people that make that happen because it won't happen unless people put it to life.
It's both because I feel like there is a prominent like art community here. I just feel like for dance it's not necessarily, and I think that also that's the reason why I like enjoyed the community then versus now because like I know that hype shows still happen, but like we actually had different concerts and shows that we were like putting on in Milwaukee, and I don't like actual dance shows. Yeah. And like now I don't necessarily see that. Maybe I'm just not privy to it. I don't know. Because I'm not in the community as much as I used to be anymore.
Oh no, everybody has their ring light camera and their
phone, so like
there's 50 videos of the same
like I even
and who did it better.
Like I even miss I even missed the J setting era that we was on. Like when people were doing all the like, it was crazy. It was a lot, but at least that community was so thriving then. Like even hair show the era. The hair show, like we was just I was just talking to Tierra about this. Shout out to my best friend Tierra. I was just talking to her about like how we used to eat. If you've been in the hair show era, then you have been dancing for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like seriously. So like, yeah. I feel like I'm going. I'm
no.
running.
Well, I do want to hear you ladies' point
Yeah,
of view as
yeah.
well. I know you got something coming up. Aren't you a finalist in a really dope competition right now?
I'm up for Dancer of the Year for the Creative Awards.
Let's go, y'all.
So,
okay, come on out. Could you explain to me what the Creative Awards is?
So that's the thing, because this is my first time like hearing about it. So I was even surprised that I was nominated, because I don't do a lot like in the community, like not as much as I want to. So for me to like be nominated is just like, wow. Okay, yeah, it's like, so I'm definitely honored for sure, but it still just kind of pushed me to want to be more active in the community. Like I try my best to try to support people, like go to classes and stuff, but it's just a lot of self-confidence that like I kind of battle with when it comes to like my artistry. So I sleep on myself a lot, but and then just feeling like because like what Buda was saying, how he didn't this wasn't his path, like he came into it. It was like for me, I wasn't like a trained dancer, like I didn't have the resources to go to class. Yeah, like as a kid, yeah. So my first experience with dancing outside of me like growing up dancing in the church and stuff was with Take Notes Dance Company. I was with them for like almost maybe like a year and a half or so. Nice. Yeah, and so I went from them to like going into school and stuff like that. And then after that, I got introduced to Buda, and I danced with Revamp for some time. And then
wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. You danced on Revamp for real?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It was 2019, I think.
See what I'm saying?
I did Pride Fest with y'all. We did. I think it was. We danced at Marquette for one of their harp shows once.
Oh, you did. Oh, that was just like this was like year maybe 2 or 3 when we started.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, like that's
yeah.
Because I know I danced with both of them, but like to be on Revamp, like I know I had to like dealt with you for real if you danced on Revamp, because Revamp was like for real a family back then. So yeah, like and then again I'm going back to thinking about it in my past, like damn, I have been doing so much. So shout out to you though. I just was surprised, like damn, you was on Revamp for real. Yeah. And it's like managing like 30 to 40 plus people, like literally of all ages, all different dance types, and we just all dance collectively. It wasn't no levels, it wasn't like juniors or seniors, because and I think that the biggest part about that was like I feel like as a leader, if you don't have chemistry with the people that you're working with, then how are they expected to respect you? And like I established that first. Like our chemistry, I think was just like the best when we kicked it with each other. Sometimes yes, we would bump heads about choreography and things like that, but it was just easy, like simple work. Like I give everybody a chance to learn choreography or teach choreography, but like no shade, if it ain't good, it ain't good. I'm just gonna be honest. Like y'all know how I work. Like Alma Stern said, if it ain't good, I'll give you a chance.
That actually makes me ask you then, because some of us don't know a lot about choreography. Like, so what does it take to put together a good show?
That's a good question.
I'll let y'all go first. Go ahead. Give y'all take on that.
I feel like
Praise, what do you think? What, because you're the more so the performer than anything.
I'm Praise Goodman.
Thanks for coming, Praise.
What does it take to put on a good show?
Yeah, like the whole choreography part. Like,
man, listen, because I have dancers block like real bad. But it's like when I get it, I get dedicated to it, and I just try to perfect it the best I can. I may switch my moves around about 10 times, but I think it's just all about dedication and being committed to how you want to make that crowd feel while you moving. You know what I mean? And for me, I don't care about putting my business out there. I used to be an exotic dancer after high school. Oh, I love that. So I incorporated what I learned from the arts. Shout out to NHSA.
Girl, it takes a lot of skill to do that, okay? Because I tried the whole pole thing. I can't get on that much. I can't get up there. I can't.
I incorporated what I learned from the arts into that.
Yeah.
And I also had to learn the artistry as far as being an exotic dancer.
Mhm.
It's not about just going and twerking and getting your
Right,
cash.
Right.
These people actually want to see you build a fantasy for them.
Mhm.
That's what keeps people looking at you.
Right.
That's what keeps
Mhm.
people focused, and they'll always remember you because you're building up something that you didn't even know they was desiring. You know what I'm saying?
And falling in at the same time.
Yeah, they just falling in your trap. Like you just like, I'm just moving, you know.
Yeah.
But it takes dedication. You have to build that up for people.
Mm-hmm.
You okay, so first off, Praise is not giving herself enough credit for real. Like I think that like we have that like humble aspect. Like when we know what we know.
Yeah.
Like I know I can fuck it up, but like I have to stand my back just because I guess like
Yeah.
where I am and where I want to be.
Yeah.
That's what you kind of give
Yeah.
me. Cause Praise eats it up. Like I understand the whole aspect of like
She
like
eats.
no for real. Like for real.
I see.
Praise, you eat it up for real. And like I do understand also of just like kind of being a little not necessarily self-conscious when it comes to like actually like making choreography and things like that. But the thing that I noticed that you have, because I know you such a as like performer,
Let's
is
go.
the aspect of like I think you do better on the fly.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, like I
Mhm.
think that you build off your adrenaline comes off of the aspect of like shit, bitch, this is now or never.
Yeah,
so let
right.
me just go out here and do this.
And I better not fuck up.
Like you build off of that. So she's like, well, bitch, if I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna just give them a show.
Yes.
And you give a show every time. So
even when I was going to the arts and working with Miss Jordan and stuff, like when we had our little assignments of coming up with choreography, I'd be like, girl, how do I
That's
know
how
what
I know.
move's supposed to match
Yeah.
after the
Right.
next move?
but that's how I know that that's the case, because like I remember I asked you to make up some choreography
Ah,
with me before
yeah.
or learn some choreography.
Man.
And you was honest and was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. But I think you was just more so worried about like how fast you was gonna catch on to it, because you know as dancers that muscle memory is a very
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah.
So like I think you were worried about that more so than anything. But like you also have caught on to choreography.
Yeah.
It may
Yeah.
take you a little time, but don't give yourself grace.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I think that's your kind of like learning
strength,
style.
yeah.
You do better on the fly than like
Girl.
Organically. That's
yeah
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, but I seen you had put up a video a few weeks back, and you was just I think you was wearing
that
black,
was-
and you was just,
yeah,
oh,
that
I'm like,
was for the UPQ. Shout out to
Yes,
UPQ.
shout out UPQ.
Yeah, that was for one of their shows. I actually had choreographed a piece. They had danced to that, and then Shalom always gives me the opportunity at every one of her shows to do a solo.
wow.
So I did a solo to what's that? Chloe Bailey
Surprise. I remember that.
I put the pennies to the
And she had
side.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to say that's my
She
shit.
randomly to me because I was feeling real discouraged because I haven't danced since like this past June Pride Fest.
Mhm.
So she had just sent it to me randomly, and I'm like, let me post this. Like I needed that boost.
Yeah.
Girl, I still ain't got up, but I just needed to see, like, girl, you really be, people be looking
You
at
gotta
you.
remind
Yeah.
yourself you still got what it takes. So you don't want to get
Absolutely.
Because
rusty.
being a dancer
So, yeah.
and not doing it consistently, you sit down because life be life, and
Yeah.
you get to where you feel like, well, damn, I'm a little rusty, dusty.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do I still got it? Can I still even turn right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just
keep
like
moving.
any
You
gotta keep
exactly, and just like any other craft, you have to keep
yeah,
nurturing
it's
it
like
and
you
catering
cannot
to it.
stop even one day. You
Yeah.
gotta just
Yeah.
keep
Like even if it's
going.
moving,
Yeah.
like just in your own moment, like especially as a dancer, like even not necessarily just moving, but just like testing out choreography on yourself, or just like testing out different moves on yourself. Like it don't even have to be choreography,
Yeah.
just adding something else to your arsenal that you already have,
Mhm.
right? Like that's kind of like the thing that we have to like keep in mind as artists in general. Like
Yeah,
make sure
keep
you have
challenging
something in the
yourself.
tuck.
And it's getting out of that
Yeah.
comfort zone
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I be want to do some weird ass stuff, and I just be like, no, my body ain't gonna look or it don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I guess that's just a part of learning and
Mhm.
elevating as a dancer. Like you gotta get out your comfort zone and try things that don't feel right
Yeah.
till
Yeah.
they feel right.
Yeah.
What are some of the best stages that you've been on, or some of the best places that you've been so far that you really like have memory of?
I'll
Feel
say
like
the
was
rave.
one of your best times.
I did the rave twice.
Nice.
So I was.
Who do you perform with at the rave?
H1. And I forgot the other artist. It was like one of them upcoming artists, but H1
Okay.
is from here. He works
Okay.
with a lot of people. And then I'll say the Pride Fest.
Yeah.
The stage. The Pride Fest. It's
The-
just a good time.
The private stages
Yeah.
be a good time, don't they? They be a good
so
time.
funny, like,
Hey,
every time
I recorded the most recent Pride Fest. So when y'all have a good time, y'all have a good time.
Listen. For those that do not know, when we have our Pride Fest here, it's in the Summerfest grounds. So like for those again that don't know, the Summerfest grounds it's like a whole area with like I want to say 12 to 15 different stages.
Yeah.
Some big, some small.
Yeah.
I know that like with Pride Fest, sometimes they cut some of the court, but we get one of the huge stages, and it used to be called the Johnson Control Stage. That was the same stage that we did for 8 years,
Yep.
and it be a time. Did you do the Halloween one?
Oh no.
You said Ravechella? Which one was that?
Ravechella. That was Pride Fest. When
we did
I did it, yeah.
Was it the pink?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, Kenda,
Yes.
you want to go next year?
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, I don't do it anymore. That's the
I know
thing.
it's not about you, because when I went, I had to go do the recording with Healthy Connections, and y'all was showing out. That's when I called you. Was like, bro, I didn't know all this about ballroom. That's asking you them questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that where you were at was at a different stage.
That was a
but they
different
had-
stage, but
they had the ball there.
I seen the actual one that
Yeah.
happened that night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like them stages do be like a lot of fun. Like the crowd be just participating in it, and and this plays to my comment that I was mentioning. Sorry for taking over.
Oh no. I want to know.
But this plays to my comment about just like how people don't know about like the genuine artistry that Milwaukee holds, because like I remember one year I danced at Pride Fest and we wanted to do I wanted to do ballroom. I'll do a different theme every year. So this theme that year this theme was ballroom, and Brian at the time didn't know anything about it. But what I loved about Brian the most is that he was open to understanding.
Yes.
Like he was so open to it, because like he would always ask me like, what do I want to do? What's their theme this year? Sometimes I would play to the overall theme of Pride Fest that year, and then sometimes I would just kind of do my own thing within that. So when he asked me that and I explained it to him, sent him videos and everything, he was so open to it, and he let us do it and everything.
Wow.
And people were so open to it, they gravitated to it. And just like even honestly on the hip hop standpoint of it, like we do so much. We are hip hop when it comes to that. So like when we do that in Pride Fest and they don't know, they don't see, but they just in it. But they don't know that these pockets exist. So
right.
So like I think that it's again goes back to what I was saying. Like it is prominent that we like push that narrative that we are out here as creatives and we actually do have some talent.
Yeah, y'all gotta
It's just
take back
there needs
y'all
to be a
shit.
hub for that. Listen, that like quiet as kept. I've been kind of keeping this under wraps, but that's honestly my plan. And again, that's the reason why I'm still here.
Yes.
Like it needs to be done. Like there's too many people that I know out here that can do if they just had a hub, a space to create and really be their authentic selves. Because like not only do I want to put on a space for that, but also put on shows, because that was the other thing that I loved about Revamp. Like we put on shows.
Need a dance nightclub, not just just
remember
dancing,
remember shout out to
sound like a
Morgan
good
Williams.
idea.
But have you ever did his Lituation shows or heard of those? He used to have these shows at Miramar.
Yep.
At Miramar, it was called the Lituation. And
That
all it
sounds
was,
so familiar.
and then all it was just like a whole bunch of people just making like groups of people, like a hype show. Like a hype. If you've done a hype show, you know what that is. Like it's just like a hype show, but people pay to come and see it, and it's in a club setting. And again, what makes it so great is that you could be your authentic self. And sometimes in hype shows, and I get it. Don't get me wrong, I do get it. But like in certain shows, you like for real here, you can't really. You got to be kind of cookie cutter about how you dance and things like that, and like even the song choices that you use. And I hate that the most.
Oh my
like,
gosh, everything on TikTok now, everything low end now.
Yeah, like, and TikTok don't necessarily let you use like, because I believe it's a universal and like other
Universal, BMI, basically anybody who gets paid for music, they shutting it.
They
down
shutting that down. Like if you have
social
actual
media.
music, like they don't put it on TikTok or anything like that. That's why you're always hearing these mixes now on TikTok.
Yeah.
You don't hear unless, or it's like authentic, like songs that just came out or something like that. But like you ain't gonna hear no Lil Wayne, authentic Lil Wayne song on
Right.
TikTok anymore.
Yeah.
That's why.
It
But that's
is.
why. You know,
That
so
makes
like
sense.
I just hate that we can't be our authentic selves
Mhm.
all the way around here unless we make that shit happen ourselves,
Yeah.
just like any other thing
Hey,
as a black
Kenda.
person.
Yeah.
It sounds more and more reasons why I got to buy that building now.
Yes.
Listen, bro,
We need a creative space. We need a safe space. We need somewhere.
when I
where
tell you
all
I like
different
it's
types of
literally
creatives
it's the
can get together. And do
it's the
something.
literal reason why I'm still here. Like that needs to,
Now, Buddha, you know, the minute I got the building,
man.
It's on.
it's already on.
Man. You just let me know.
You probably would know just from podding.
Listen. But again, that's exactly what's needed here in Milwaukee because I just believe, and I think that a lot of people that I've been dancing for y'all for so long, with y'all for so long. So I feel like if y'all didn't feel that same way, y'all would not be here still.
Mhm.
For the most part, I mean, outside of
Yeah,
life,
you
be
just
life.
came back.
I've been trying to leave again.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are
I
trying to
would say
leave.
You keep trying to
Oh.
leave.
Yes.
You are. Where you trying to go?
I'm trying to go somewhere.
But you don't know where
Somewhere
though.
in here.
Nope.
Why you tired of Milwaukee?
I'm not tired of it. I just think I've kind
Outgrown it.
Yeah, I've done what
That's
I have
right.
to do here.
No shade.
That ain't
I
fair.
want to go get noticed somewhere else.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
sorry.
what I'm
I mean, I've outgrown Milwaukee too,
Yeah.
but like I think that my mission, and I can't play to yours, but I believe that my mission is just that, like
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all could go anywhere and start over, where would y'all go?
New York,
Okay.
I could see that for you.
New York.
I could
Absolutely.
actually see that for you.
Absolutely.
What
I
about
would
you?
say Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, for me.
I could
What
see
about
that
you,
for you.
Yaya?
I
It's
can
see Atlanta for
definitely
you.
between Atlanta or Houston.
Okay.
And I can see Houston for
I
you.
can
I
see
was
I
there
could
for a
just- it was
minute,
like you were
but then
just
I
at
had to
Houston,
come back.
so-
But I
That's
wish
dope.
while I was there, I had the chance to actually experience what that would have been like for me. But yeah, it definitely would be more Houston than Atlanta, but it's between those two for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I
So
love
Atlanta,
that.
Houston, New York.
Yeah, they're gonna leave each other. They're gonna be all spread apart.
Nah.
That's the crazy part about it is that's also what will make them come back together
Yes,
too.
do y'all come back
Mhm.
together? Y'all make something bang here in the city. Start some festivals, some dance festivals.
And that's what
Yeah,
I
a
like
dance festival.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
that's what I
Cool.
like too. Like I don't necessarily say that I would like move to New York, but I would definitely like take some time, go there,
Mhm.
Mhm.
learn a little something about myself in that space, and then definitely bring it back to Milwaukee. That's the biggest thing.
Yes, go on a little hiatus.
And then come back
yeah.
and show Milwaukee a little
But
bit what
like
I got.
you said earlier,
that.
that confidence of
Mhm.
going out somewhere else, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm scared of because I know it's
Yes.
more fast paced at other places. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I feel like if I go to Atlanta, if I go to LA, and I take a class, I'm gonna be like, oh, these girls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I be feeling
yeah.
like, hey, compared
Yeah.
to them, you know?
Maybe-
Yeah.
Can I leave a phrase with you?
Yes, you can.
Please do.
Both of y'all, when it
Mhm.
comes to stuff like that, y'all worried about the wrong things.
Yes,
Right, I
stop
was gonna say
worrying.
it, just
Stop
That's
worrying.
the phrase that I'm gonna leave with y'all. Stop worried about the wrong things.
Yes.
Mhm.
It ain't about
You
it
got
ain't
it.
about them because you definitely got it.
Oh, like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get that. It's not, and I'm not going to like foreshadow like how you feel in that because it's
Correct.
easier
Mhm.
said than done. But like if you don't leave with nothing else, at least from me, y'all worried about the wrong things. Y'all
Yeah.
are both talented as hell,
Right.
Mhm.
and if you feel like there's a space for you in wherever you're going to go, push your way through that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Piggybacking
That's
off
all
of
I'm gonna
him.
say.
Both of y'all in the space of dance precedes who y'all are as people.
Mhm.
Like when
Mhm.
people hear praise, they immediately think about you, your dance routine, and the things
Immediately.
you've done. They don't think
Mhm.
about you as the person first.
Mm-hmm.
And Yaya,
Mhm.
you're definitely more known for your dance than
Yeah.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've seen, because I do be on TikTok and social media, because I have to do this marketing thing that I hate. I see that, and I see a lot of the stuff that people do, and I'm like, Praise could do that better.
Yes.
Yaya can do that better.
Yeah.
Like y'all have more things. Y'all are actually way better than what y'all think y'all are.
Yes, give yourself some
You know
credit.
what I'm saying? Way
Yeah.
better.
I be
Y'all can
trying.
walk in spaces and make those who've been doing it for years be envious that you came in their space.
Mhm.
No, for real.
Yeah,
And
real talk.
and the biggest thing now that I'm learning, because again, TikTok has just changed the game, right?
Yes.
And as I mentioned before, like I've seen some cold ass dancers make up some cold ass choreography that's just like, I want to learn that
Yeah.
Mhm.
and be getting 300, 400 likes.
Yeah.
But then you see the craze that's happening right then and there,
Mhm.
and they not even killing that shit. And they out here,
Yes.
they out here with
1.7
10,000
mil.
Listen,
Get
so what I
mad.
had to learn, and well, I understand it, but what I have to learn as far as the tools go is like marketing.
Yeah.
Like
gotta
that's
make it
the
work
biggest
for you.
thing. Like you gotta really be on TikTok and present yourself as a brand, put yourself out there, really be a socialist,
Yep.
socialite out there. I said
Yeah.
That's
socialist
true.
child, socialite out here in it. Like you really got to be in it. I think for me, in my age, it lets me know that no, but it kind of lets me know that like I feel old because like I don't be feel like I need to do all that.
Yeah.
But I
I
understand.
disagree
But
with
that's
you.
because we
but I
come
understand-
from a different era.
Yeah,
too,
and I
so-
understand that that's what's needed to be done now.
Yes.
But back, I still have to jump over that hurdle and be like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
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 That's how I be.
But you got that's
gotta do
really
what
what
it
it takes.
takes.
That's really what it takes.
Yeah, yeah, and y'all ladies got it. Like,
You do.
You
You
can take
do.
your craft
Thank you.
anywhere instead of worrying about what they got and what you don't got. Worry more about going there and showing them what you do.
Yeah.
Y'all
And
got to
how
go in
you
there and
do
unzip
it.
this
Yeah.
shit.
You know what I mean? Y'all got so much going for yourself. Like
Thank
all of
you.
you.
What'd you say?
You got to go in there and just unzip that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go own your. Just go own it.
That's basically what y'all got to do. Just go in there and unzip that shit.
Yes. Yeah. It's all in your head.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
literally.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But it be like that though. So
Yeah.
that's what I say. I don't want to discredit that. You
Yeah.
gotta be ready at your own time. I think that for me, especially again, since I've got older in dance, it's just like,
Yeah.
do I care that much
Mhm.
about what people think? Because I've been in that space too, where like as a dancer, you do get self-conscious in that, especially when you be around certain people and they like they
Yeah.
fucking it up. I remember, but I thrive off that also because especially when I was younger, that's how I know it's like an older thing. When I was younger, I used to be next to Shauna in conventions. Shout out to Shauna Davis, you know, who you
Yeah.
are. Little Mama,
Yeah.
dancing next to Shauna, and she like 12 years old at the time, and I'm in my head like I'm not letting this little bitch fuck me. And so I'm right there with her at the time, like, but it's a good time. Like,
Yeah.
I again goes back to like that's the sense of community that I used to love.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
it was like it wasn't like a competition at all. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I can't be the
She
only one
pushed
lacking,
Yeah.
so she
Yeah.
definitely pushing me.
Yeah.
But I took it as that's like,
Encouraging
oh,
each
she's
other.
not about to be fucking me up on this next to me. I'm not gonna be looking fool next to her. And that was it. But like we will have such a good time. I think that
Mhm.
like that will help maybe.
Yeah.
But also to that, I had the more people that I was dancing around all the time,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So that helped. But
Dancers definitely be jumping off that energy.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
for real. When you see it too, because
I
you
love
know it's
that.
not like when, especially when you know it's genuine, you don't see it as
Yeah,
nothing, but you
yeah.
see it at the corner of your eye. You're like, oh, but she fucking is
Yeah.
like for real. Like that, I used to love that. I wanted my friend Tierra to actually come here today because like she could definitely vouch for that. Like me and her had danced for years.
Shout out
together.
to T Week.
Shout out to T Wee.
Aw.
We had danced together for years, and like that's one of the partners for sure. That
Yeah.
I would look to my side and I'm like, oh, T Wee is fucking okay.
Yeah.
Let me kick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
'Cause-
all got somebody
Yeah.
like that. Like
So
for
okay,
me,
so you
it's-
feel me?
Yeah, for me, it's my brother Carter. Shout out to Carter. He
Shout out to
actually-
Carter.
Shout out to Carter.
Shout out to Carter.
That's my look. I'm Beyonce. He my Ashton. You know how Beyonce had Ashley. That's
know-
my Ashton. So it's like
Crazy story, you know, and this is how I know I just be
I
going
love
through the
that.
motions because I just started having Carter like dance for certain pageants,
and I
stuff like
love
that.
that.
And like, but prior to that, I was like, I be forgetting that you be like, you don't be dancing, you be fucking it
Right.
up,
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
Like you really be performing.
Yes.
And he's cold again. Shout out to Carter.
Shout out.
But I get it.
Yeah.
That's I can see why you would have that person next to you
Yeah.
because Carter fucks it up. He be
Yes.
dancing. He be
Yes.
bugging.
That was actually one of my questions is what does y'all support system look like when it comes to your art? Like I've heard stories of people saying, yeah, I really wanted to do something all my life, or I really wanted to do something, and there were these people that I had to have in my corner, and that's what brought me to where I am because your craft can bring you up here, but it can
Mhm.
also bring you down here. That's kind
Mhm.
of like what y'all saying is like sometimes you up here with your craft, sometimes you down here with your craft, where you don't feel like you all in or you need some extra to encourage you to get back in. Do y'all got people in y'all corner right now that's saying, hey, why you chilling on the dance? You cold at that. What is you waiting
Yeah.
for? Do you
Yeah, I
got
would
people
say.
just always like,
But I would say for me, the dance community gave me more support than my family or my friends.
Okay.
And then once they really seen like, oh, this bitch doing what she doing, then they started to come in with the support. But I still think I get more support from people who I don't even know in my
Same.
dance community too. Like,
Same.
and I'm cool with that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like they give me that motivation and they give me that determination. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I do have people that's on my ass to this day, like, girl, why
What is you doing?
get your ass on that? So I be like, yeah, I'm gonna get it together. They be like, stop playing because you need to be gone up out of here. Like, I'm trying, I'm gonna get it together.
Yes,
Don't
I
slap
wanna
me if
see
I
that
don't.
Well, at least you know people ain't crazy because
Yes.
because you got it, Praise.
Yeah.
And they want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
They want to see it. I'm
Mhm.
waiting. So when even when I seen Davion, when I seen him on that, well, I seen a snippet. I didn't actually see it on the
See the
Super
whole-
Bowl, but I
Yeah.
seen him performing there. It's like
Yeah.
that is huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Josie and all
Yes,
them.
I was
Ken.
shout out to Josie.
Yeah,
Shout out. Yes.
Josie
Shout out
is
to absolutely.
big.
Shout out to Josie. Exactly that. Exactly that. How the
Yeah.
hell did I forget
See,
Josie?
Josie's out
Like,
there killing it.
Out there
Yeah.
killing it for
Mhm.
real,
Yeah.
for real.
And she
So
just had a baby
And
stuff,
still
like,
killing. She was
And
killing
still
it
kill-
when she
she
was
was killing it.
pregnant.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
killing it when
words
she
right
was
out of my
pregnant.
mouth. Right out of my mouth. Like, so that goes to show exactly what I've
Can't
been
nothing
saying.
stop you.
Like, Milwaukee has it. We
Mhm.
have prominent people here that in dance that really be fucking it up, and to not have that
Mhm.
hub for real, like not just a hub, but like a for real space where people can like even just show their craft.
Mhm.
Like, what do we get? Scouts, more or less, or agents out here
Yeah.
that like we don't have
Yeah.
a show that we can
Mhm.
point them to be like, oh, if you're looking for dancers for real,
Mhm.
come to the show on Tuesdays at 7.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have nothing
Right,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That's why I like Lituation, because even though it wasn't like a thing that he was doing consistently, that's literally the vibe that I want to, that I would want to have, because that's what I'm around all the time. Like
Mhm.
that hip hop, or just like any type of like artistic dance, like people was able to put that out and people respected it and people was in it, gravitating to it. Like they and that's the best part about it. Like, I used to think that like Milwaukee necessarily wasn't like gravitating towards the aspect of dance,
Mhm.
but that show let me know that like people really fuck with it. It's just that we don't
Mhm.
have that here.
Yeah.
So
And it's not really well marketed, to be
Exactly.
honest with you.
Exactly.
Like,
Mhm.
I
Yep.
didn't know about a lot of different creative spaces here. I just started getting into like going to Mikasa Sukasa Cafe and
yeah.
getting into poetry,
Yeah.
you know, and like
Yeah.
I've met a lot of different artists in that retrospect. People who draw, people who paint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's we sing and we
Mhm.
hear about them and we see them quite often. And then there's like, wait, where's the dancers?
Right.
Because I down my feed, I see all kind of reels and everybody getting it in. And I'm like, that JP dance, yeah, for telling
I
bitch.
know.
Everybody doing this. I'm like, okay.
no, I was gonna say shout out to JP, but like,
Yeah.
He created
but because
Yeah,
he's from
I love
Milwaukee,
it,
right?
Yeah.
And do you see how
Him,
excited
everything.
people
Yeah.
get when that
Yeah.
dance and that song comes on? I'm one
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah,
As soon as it
yeah.
come on, I'm
Same.
like,
But I get
Sure,
what
Same.
you're saying. Like, where is that for the
Yes.
actual dancers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And like something like if you're a dancer, you know what carnival is. If you
Mhm.
have you heard
I've
of
heard of
carnival
it.
choreographer's ball? No. There's a so
You talking about with the big
no.
Oh,
No.
oh, okay. Well, no.
That's what
Okay, so
Okay, teach us something.
so carnival is like, and I think they still do it, but like carnival is exactly what Lituation was. Like, they do it in
Okay.
Chicago. They host these shows and they just have different dance groups and things like that just come and perform, and they be eating it up.
Yeah.
I learned about it a while back when I was dancing, but Clay Savage, shout out to
Mhm.
Clay. He actually asked to perform there, and we actually went out there and performed for them.
Nice.
And again, the vibe was just exactly what I thought it was going to be. Just like a hole in the wall with a stage up there and everybody just performing. And I mean, stages as big as literally from that curtain to this wall.
Mm.
That's how long the stage is. But they got 12 people up there fucking it up. And I said like that, for real. And I be astounded just on the strength of like how they doing these transitions, let alone the textures and the movement. If you're a
Mhm.
dancer, you know what that is.
Mhm.
Like, and they be executed so well. So like, I think that like I see that again here in Milwaukee, and that just needs to be happening here.
Mhm.
Like, and it needs to be consistent.
one of the shows I used to really tap into was So You Think You Could Dance.
Yes.
Mhm.
That was a thing too.
And like,
Sure was.
we need to have that, like something like
We
a
had
nice
that
conversation.
in Milwaukee.
I heard that before. Yeah.
So when
I've
I
never heard it in real
So when I
life.
first met Tiwi, that was
What?
where I met her at. Like, so
Oh.
the Boys and Girls Club at Sherman and Burleigh used to
Yeah.
host it. They used to
Okay.
host a competition just like that.
That
It was
was
So
like-
You
you
Think
need
You
to
Could
bring
Dance.
that back.
Yes, bring
And
that back.
that's how I met Tiwi. That's how I met Tiwi. That's how I met PJ. Like, that's how I met all of them.
Wow.
All of them, all over them years. At that time, TV, I think she in her 30s now. She was 14 when I met her at that time.
What?
That's how old that show was. Like,
Oh, wow.
they have it, but I think that the biggest thing, even back then, and especially now, because it's a prominent thing as a brand now. But either way, they didn't have the marketing for it. That's why nobody knew about it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
big
people
thing.
knew, and I only knew just as a dancer. Even then, I'm like, okay, well, I know like Dion and things like that. So like, of course, he's gonna tell me. But like, I don't think that like, as somebody that was just like learning dance and learning the community, I wouldn't have known about that show.
that.
So it's a very, especially now, y'all. That's why I say it's a very important part of dance. Like, you got to be able to brand yourself and market yourself in everything that you do.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do.
Because it feels like it's an underground community world that exists in dance.
Mhm.
And I know that it's there, but
Yeah.
I'm like, where's everything? I don't.
So many
Where are the
different genres
events?
of
Where is
dance.
what
It's
is everybody
ridiculous.
doing?
Yeah.
So many different genres. of
Yeah.
dance,
Yeah.
like,
What's your favorite?
all of it.
All of it?
But my least is ballet. I could care less
Really?
for ballet. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that's the base, but
You think
No.
so?
I feel like it's the base. You feel
I
like-
can see why you say that,
You get what I'm
and
saying?
I feel the same way too. Like, ballet's not necessarily my thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I can see what you say, why you say that. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like a lot of people that understand movement quality are not technically trained.
Mm.
Like, they just have a different way of learning
Yeah.
and things
Mhm.
like that, but they don't be technically trained.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe their body can move a certain way. Like, you
Yeah.
know how that is. My
Yeah.
body can't do half the shit that you be doing.
Yeah.
So, but are you trained?
Yes and no.
You
Oh
went to
well,
the
I
arts
mean,
though,
Jordan,
right?
well, Miss Jordan. So
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
But I when I started, no, I wasn't. I
Yeah.
didn't get trained till I got to high school.
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
I was learning from Missy Elliott videos. and
Okay.
Aaliyah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I believe that that's what it
Everybody
is.
learned how to
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
especially.
A lot of
Yeah,
people.
that was-
Record the
good
video
time.
and
Yeah.
fast rewind
Yeah.
till you got that. Okay, now we're gonna move to the next
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how movement quality works,
Yeah.
because like, there are people that move just as classically as trained lyrical dancers
Mm.
and have not had a single piece of
Yeah.
training.
Mhm.
I've seen that firsthand. So
Is
I mean,
all
I
of dance
used
your
to-
favorite too? I'm sorry.
Honestly, I'm learning it. Like, I just stepped into the African dance realm. So, but I feel like it's more me. So right now it's my favorite. It might change, but because at first I was ballet. Like, I wanted to learn ballet so bad, but I like, the more I started dancing and doing different genres of dance, I'm like, ballet not really me. I'm a Missy Elliott kind. Like, I want to
Yeah.
hit it, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, African dance is just let you be more free, and like, you can actually just like, don't have to worry about being so technical. You can
Mhm.
just like go.
open
so,
up.
I like
yeah,
that too.
yeah. So
It-
it
There's a
is.
lot of discipline.
And they be
Yes.
messing their feet up.
Okay, I'm scared to hurt myself. I don't
I'll
want
take care of
to. If I'm like, I
myself.
already fractured my toe, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Oh.
You break your toe a lot.
Yeah.
I actually forgot the biggest part of that. That's also a good reason why I stopped dancing as much. I have 3 different injuries from
Wow.
since then. Like, my my left knee, my right ankle, and then I have scoliosis at the bottom of my back.
Really?
That's scoliosis too.
And in ballroom, you know that, like, if you know ballroom, you know that, like, there's different levels, ups and downs. Like, when you get into that dip,
Mhm.
you gotta be a certain way. You gotta arch your back a certain, like,
Yeah.
listen. And actually, the ironic part about it is that I fucked my ankle up doing a dip.
Damn.
Really?
Like, I had the video and everything. I remember the exact time that it happened. I looked at the video. I'm like, that's when it hurt.
That
That
zoomed
moment.
in on
I
it.
zoomed in. I was like, oh, that's where it started right
Did
there.
you keep trying to go? Did you keep dancing?
I mean, moving, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have been self-conscious since then.
Mm.
I have been self-conscious since then about just
You ain't dipped
landing.
since then.
I dip, but they call them like soft and cunt, meaning like very slow dips.
before we go any further, because I did mention that I do African dance, I just wanted to shout out the company I dance with, Milwaukee African Drum and Dance.
Woo, woo.
Mad 414. I didn't want to
Absolutely.
forget that.
Absolutely.
Kind Adrian is was him and Oju, they joined in together. Adrian.
Adrian, what does that sound?
Adrian. His name is Prince Adrian
Okay.
on Facebook.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I forgot his last
I
name.
was
but
like,
yeah,
he sounds familiar.
Yeah, him and Oju. They
Shout out
together.
to. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Mad Milwaukee
Mad.
African Drum and Dance.
Shout out to Matt. Listen, I have to go to work. I'm enjoying myself.
I am too. I want to revisit this conversation with y'all, and I'm hoping that the next time we get together, y'all like, yeah, we doing something. Y'all need to do.
Well, I mean,
well, I'm
Y'all need to
actually
do
trying to
something.
brand myself with doing artist impersonations. It started out with just Beyonce, but I'm learning that the more I dance, it's like that's just becoming who I am. I don't want to just be boxed into that.
that's
So-
funny that you say that.
Really?
Listen, I'm about to put you on some game for
Okay.
real, for real. So right now, since I have not been dancing as much, I still dance, but like I've gotten into pageantry.
Mhm.
Okay.
So there's a whole system in the LGBT community that deals with pageantry for males and females, and people of transition.
Mhm.
So right for me, that I am considered a male entertainer.
Mhm.
I guess you could. A gay male entertainer. I'll just say it like that. But they do have different categories and where you fall in on that, because Tiwi actually asked me about this as well.
Mhm. Okay.
And I knew about it, but I didn't know that it was like a prominent thing. And because I have been in pageantry so much, like I've actually traveled to different cities doing this and all of that. So I went to Dallas and did choreography for somebody. So, and most of the time, so first off, most of the time when I was in pageantry, I was making up choreography for a lot of different performers.
Okay.
And then I would like get dancers. I still do that to this day. Like I get dancers, ask them to perform. Like I've asked you guys on many occasions, and we just work it out that way. So it was one of those situations where I went to Dallas for that situation, and we were in the competition, and there was a cisgender woman walking around asking about like other cisgender women, and she actually went on stage and talked about having a whole system based off of that. So there are women that just want to do female impersonations and they just want to perform and things like that. I think personally, both of you, like the fact that you like were intrigued about that is what made me talk about it. So it's something to look into.
Okay.
But I think you could play off of it too, for sure.
Okay.
There's a system for it. Like I just remember it was a while back. I have to find her information again. But it was maybe like 2 years ago ish when I saw her. And I talked to her and everything because I gave Tiwi her information because I know Tiwi had asked about it. So yeah, if I can get that information, I'll definitely let you guys know. But it's definitely something to look into, because one thing that I take in too is another phrase that states everybody's interested in something. Again, I think I've said it in my last podcast too. Everybody's interested in something.
That's true.
Like there is a space for something like that if that's something that you want. So I will get that information and I'll let you guys know.
Thank you.
I love that. See, look at y'all helping each other.
Right.
I'm gonna try to
See?
act because I
That's what
don't
it's
know how
about.
to act. And I know you gotta act when you impersonate people.
Yeah,
It's just
but
about
I mean,
real goofy.
it's part of like just riding a bike, right? Like, because
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily the same way either. Like, I just got into pageantry again. I make up choreography for the pageant goers. Like, I just started getting into that whole performing bag.
Yeah.
So, and it's a thing. Like, I had
It
to get
is.
over too, because I was like, damn, I'm not necessarily like a performer.
Yeah.
But over time, I started like
You
learning.
got to create your persona.
Yeah, yeah,
You doing it? It's coming. Look at you.
yeah.
I mean, he ain't telling you he's an award-winning
Right, that's what I'm
pageant
saying.
performer. Like he's leaving that part out.
Can we? Yes. He's giving you your flowers. Take them, goddammit.
Thank you, thank you,
Like, he's
thank
an
you,
award-winning.
thank you.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
yes.
But I say that to say that like even though I won that title mentally, it was hard for me to kind of get over. Like I had to really get in my bag and be like, okay, I can perform. And I had to also learn how to perform without having a backup crew, because I think that like even with Revamp, Like we just said, we feed off of each other's
Yes,
energy all the time. So if you don't always have that, especially as a performer, it's like, okay, where am I going to tap into? Who am I going to tap into? Shit, bitch, myself.
Yeah.
And that's just really all.
That's
you
where the light is
Yeah.
inside of you.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, quit playing with yourself.
I'm sorry.
trying.
I'm cussing and things like that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
it's okay. That's
we
the
need
type
the
of show I do.
bleeper. Is the bleeper on
I'm
here?
so sorry.
Is the bleeper on here? You know, when on TV,
Girl, this
they
is an uncensored network.
I don't need the bleeper. I'm like,
I
wait,
mean, we have it's one there, but I don't think it's ever been used ever.
never.
I know, I
Probably like
never
the
used it.
dustiest button out of all of them. It's an uncensored network, my dear. Grow up.
It wasn't me. He said he was sorry for cussing first.
I mean, because you know,
He cusses on his own
I'm
show.
learning. I'm learning that I can't always be myself everywhere.
Yes, you
so,
can.
Hey,
Who
if
said
I
you
was
can't?
if I was truly myself, I've always said I'm like the Dave Chappelle of the group. Right? If I was truly myself, you can see it. Thank you. You know me then.
Yeah, man, talking
You
shit
know
all
me then.
day.
That's it. That's it. That's all.
I
And you
got-
can't take me serious because I'm gonna definitely talk shit all day.
The funny part is I got told today that I'm serious. They thought I was just all business all the time. I was like, nigga, you don't know
Nah.
me.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So I want to know a little bit more about this competition that you're in.
Mhm.
So you said you didn't know a whole lot about it at first.
Yeah.
Now you're in it.
hmm
What's next? What's to look forward to?
After this, or
Well, what are you doing? What is your next step in the competition? Like, have you
really
already
just-
done what you need to do? Or?
no, so
Okay.
it's actually on Saturday. So
Nice.
I find out if I win or not. But even if I don't, I'm still just excited to even be a part of this. It's like
Yeah.
winning a Grammy. Like, even if you don't win, you still got Grammy nominated by your name. So it's like
Oh, so
You
it's
know.
like a nomination for this
yeah,
award. Okay.
yeah. But I don't know how I got nominated.
Oh,
She just called me and was like, "Yeah, so you're
So
nominated."
do you know all the other nominees?
I know someone named is Latasia Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I don't
what
know
would
the
you
other
do
ones
if
off
you
the top
won
of my
Dancer
head.
of the Year? Like
Cry,
if you actually won it.
You said cry.
Probably
Aw.
cry.
Yeah, girl. That's the blessing.
Yeah, and then probably just like build off of it. So
Yeah.
doing more dancing in the community. I really do want to start taking more classes, like supporting other people.
Same.
But it's
Same.
just because sometimes I don't feel like I belong there. So it's like that's why I hold back so much, because it's just like if
That's
I take a
even more
heels
reason to
class,
be
I'm
there
so
then.
caught up in making sure that I'm like not falling or doing the technique right that I don't get into perform it, like being more comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's why I just like be supporting my girls, like, okay, I see you. I can't do that. But even with other styles of dance as well. So it's just like trying to find my pocket, no pun intended. But
Yeah.
it's just like really just trying to find where I fit, or even if I don't fit, getting outside that comfort zone. Because like I said, I'm a Beyonce dancer, so it's like that's not something that I want to just have sticking to me. Like
Right.
I want to do more styles of dance.
Look,
So
And
If
you
a
will.
white woman can go into the world stage of breakdance and act a
Man,
goddamn
at the
fool,
Olympics.
you can do anything. You belong.
Well,
you
thank
belong
you.
in the same space as you choose to be
you
in.
are so right about that. You are so right.
Like she went in front of the world and acted ass.
She did.
So you
Like,
belong
you know
anywhere
she
you
did.
walk
That
into.
was for
No,
real.
because to what everything Tone's saying is right. And again, to my point, only to find out that she was doing all of that to get so many likes on TikTok or something
Right,
like
Are
that.
yeah.
you serious? And she made
She
it to
did
the
all that.
Olympics?
She did. No, this is after the fact. Like she
After.
only went on the Olympics just to get that clout.
But how did she get through
That's what
the
I'm
Olympics?
saying.
Yeah,
Don't
how
you
she get
gotta
that
be
far?
appointed?
Yeah, that I don't know.
You got to understand when you represent a
playing in our
country that
face.
ain't got too many people representing you.
That
It's
too.
not that hard to
too.
get there. You got to remember, America. We got to go through like years of trials and compete against other Americans to do this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This was a brand new sport that didn't nobody really
Yeah.
know about like that. And then you say, hey, my cousin is on the swim team. I'm going to go ahead and put my name on this over here and I can make something happen.
And that's what they did.
And they made something
Shame on
happen.
them.
They made
Now they TikTok
something
famous.
happen.
And she will be in infamy.
But I would say Salute Society Studios. Shout out to Salute Society.
Yes.
They really good at stuff like that. Like, so
Yeah.
you could definitely go to their classes and not feel like no type of way, especially with Chris Gilbert. Like, Chris, shout out to Chris. I love you, man.
Shout out,
Big ups
Chris.
to you for real, and everything that you are doing in the community. He is one of the people that I have danced with, like one of the first people I've ever danced with,
Mm.
ever. And he's still out here bugging in them suits.
Yeah.
He was just he was just at the last, what was that, the market night market downtown. He was
Yeah.
just there bugging with
streets.
Davion. So like he's still a very prominent part of the dance community. And not to your point, I don't go to every class like I want to, like I used to, because I'm in that same space. But for me, it's more so just like timing, right? But one of the classes that I'm going to take whenever I do go to Salute Society is definitely Chris class.
I'm gonna remember
That
Keep
go to
that in
Chris's
mind.
class. It's like
Definitely, for sure.
if you don't do anything and you want to like at least be fulfilled in that space, like go to
Mhm.
Chris's class. He gonna make you feel comfortable for sure,
Mhm.
I love
for
it.
sure.
Y'all dropping all the names, so people in the audience know.
All right, I'm gonna go back and watch.
That's
some of
Yes.
this.
that's why I'm glad
Yeah.
that I'm here, because again, people don't know about
They
Yeah.
this
don't know
stuff.
about these people.
Not even knowing that Chris been dancing again just as long as I have, and I've been dancing on damn near over 20 years.
Mhm.
Well, I'm
You
happy
dance
to
right.
say that Milwaukee is really coming out of its shell.
It
Mhm.
is. It
like
is.
for real, even with like fashion, like
Mhm.
there's more fashion
Yes,
shows.
Fashion
like,
Week. This was just the
Yeah.
week that just passed. It was the second year that we had it, and I went, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it was
So, like,
amazing.
it's happening.
it's
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
unfolding.
I've been calling Milwaukee now an up and coming city for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like ever since we won that championship, for real, it has been a big shift
Yes.
on just different ways of how the city has been getting bigger and
Mhm.
known and things like that. So like even people that are coming as concert or artists and
Mhm.
stars and stuff like that are coming to perform here.
I'm just waiting for Chris
Yeah.
Brown
People who probably
and
never
Monica.
would have before.
No,
and
he
now-
would definitely wouldn't have, because I'm mad. I missed that Childish Gambino concert. That was there. How bad I missed that.
Oh, mad you missed it too.
Oh yeah, he on his last run too.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
definitely on his
man.
last run. I hate
He-
that I missed
He
it.
retiring Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sad.
I hate it.
He just gonna
Donald
be Donald
Glover.
Glover
Just
from now
Donald
on.
I
Glover.
thought that was. I thought he been did that though.
No,
Nah,
Mm.
he said it's a persona that he uses. He's like Childish Gambino is a person who don't give a fuck. He's just gonna do whatever he wants to.
Yeah.
Donald Glover got shit to lose.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And they be killing me with the memes where they got him next to himself, and they like these two different people. It's like no.
I always get him mixed up. Like when I hear the name without seeing a face, I think when they say Donald Glover,
Daddy
Danny
Glover.
Glover.
Danny Glover. Yeah, like if I don't see the
Yeah,
face,
Danny
I
and
automatically
Donald.
think, oh, they
I
talking
can
about
see that.
Mister.
I can see
Like,
that. I can see
yeah.
that.
I'm mad. I'm mad you went there. I'm mad.
I what she said. Like, oh, they talking about Mister.
Like, damn, he did other stuff besides
Right.
that.
Well,
Besides
that's
that.
the first thing I think about.
Nah,
Horrible.
Just
not
like
wrong.
Lawrence Fishburne is Ike to me.
Horrible.
Instead of being
Oh my
what's his
God.
name? What was his
Horrible.
name in Boys in the Hood?
I don't know.
I forgot his
Oh,
name. He was
See,
the
that's what
dad,
I'm
though.
saying. He just gonna be Ike. That's
He always him.
he's just gonna be Ike. But I did want to say something though. This is just encouragement, not just for me and Praise because we open up about this, but to people who might be watching as well.
Yeah.
Because I've mentioned a couple of times how I don't feel like I belong there. It's a quote that says, "God does not call the qualified; He qualifies the called," or something like that.
Ooh.
I just seen
And
that too.
yeah, and like
too.
I just been seeing that so much lately, and me
Yeah.
just like thinking about everything that I've accomplished is just like I gotta give myself more grace, like how you were saying, giving yourself more
Absolutely.
credit.
Mhm.
Because it's like I get people who like I feel like are just like goats, and they just be like, "Girl, you cold. Like, what you doing? Like, you sleeping on yourself. Stop
Yeah.
sleeping on yourself." And just be like, "Well, I don't know," but it's just like me, just like accomplishing everything that I've been accomplishing. It's just like I need to start giving myself more grace.
Absolutely.
It's
just
imposter
like,
syndrome. We all
Yeah.
tend to
Mhm.
get it as we start to move and elevate in whatever we're trying to do. We often feel like we're not good enough to be in the rooms with
Yeah.
those who've been doing it.
yeah,
Only to come to find out that they look up to you and you don't even realize it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I give you a prime example. When I started this network, I wasn't the only one doing it. I was small, only was recording like maybe 2 or 3 people, and they were family at that.
Mhm.
So I didn't feel like I was good. But then I sat in the room with other producers who I looked up to, and they was like, "Tone, how do you do this? Why do you do this? How do you do that? Bro, I wish I could do this. You need to learn how to do this." And next thing you know, it was like, I belong in here with y'all because y'all look up to me like I look up to y'all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, we just started elevating each other.
Mhm.
And now, no knock on anybody that I started this with, but I'm bigger than all of them put together right now.
Yeah.
And all because I got over my imposter syndrome and stopped thinking I don't belong in the room with them. Now I control the narrative.
Yeah. But I know
And that's
what you mean.
basically what you can do, which is what
Mhm.
you are
Yeah.
going to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been saying it. Give yourself some grace and definitely big up yourself. Definitely big up
Do I
yourself.
need to start texting encouragement to you again?
No,
Okay.
I'm
Saying.
listen.
She said,
Add you to the motivation list.
yes. Well, I just want to thank all of you for coming in today, giving some insight, sharing y'all experiences. Y'all doing y'all thing. And I just want I wanted y'all to come outside,
Yeah.
you know, because.
Thank you.
Yes, because
Come
I
outside.
see Praise. And then he was talking about y'all, and I'm like, I got to know them.
Yeah.
Like, and I want to be in the room cheering on y'all when y'all get on that stage or when y'all do y'all next thing, just because what y'all do is so important. And like you said, it helped you through trauma. It helped her through. It helped her through. You know what I'm saying? It's something you're doing, and it's important to you, but it's also important to the people that you project that onto.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I can't tell you how big of a smile I get when I see Chris Brown dance.
Okay.
And it ain't just because he Chris Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he performs.
Yeah.
Usher performs. Like,
Yeah.
it's some dope performers out there, and y'all are on y'all way.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Yes. And I'm going to clap for y'all again. I can't wait to see what y'all do next. And I'm going to keep in touch with y'all.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep
Thank
watching
you.
y'all and encouraging y'all.
Should, for sure.
Yeah.
Follow me on Facebook, Richard Buda Brasfield, for those who do not know, and on Instagram, Buda Benevelza. I have all my pageant info and dance gigs that are coming up on there. So that's Buda Benevelza, BHUNIVELZE.
Thank you.
That's all I want to say.
Can they book you? Like, can people book you?
Oh, absolutely. You
nice.
can book through my Instagram. You could definitely book me, not only just to perform, but like I do make up choreography still, and I do have people that can perform also. So
nice.
If you are looking for any performers, any dancers for anything, please let me know and I will hook you up.
Yeah, choreography, my next rap video.
His next rap video.
I almost said something, but I'm after.
I'm dead ass serious about that.
He ain't lying.
Something told me he
go?
wasn't. Something told me he was definitely serious.
Oh, what about you? Yeah. What's your
you can add me or follow me on Facebook at Ayana Marie. I am on Instagram at Ayana Marie. TikTok, Ayana Marie. I don't be on there much, but yeah. And then you can also book me for your impersonation experience. I've posted a flyer on my Instagram and my Facebook, and all the booking information is on there as well.
Hey, little sister, can you impersonate my rap video?
No. I can direct it though. I can produce. I can direct it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you can take the choreography part too.
Oh no. That's your area.
That's you.
I'm a certified film producer.
They got their strengths.
They got their thing.
And tell everybody how to find you, Praise.
Hey y'all. Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Praise Goodman or Instagram kinky_silhouette. That's SILHOUETTE. You know that's me.
Hey.
I think you just you got him dropped from his label. I think you need the rap video. You got him dropped from his label.
Can you be in the video?
I sure can, Bessie. I got you.
He gonna be choreographing you while she's directing the video.
Okay, well, I'll be sending my contract through email.
Okay.
I'll just
black or blue ink.
A discount?
I'll discount the podcast.
Oh, no, just like you need your ducats, I need mine too.
I love this. And you know what? I just thought about something. Y'all remember Soul Train?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Even just that platform I remember watching that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing them get in that line. Everybody
so
get
happy.
they shit.
Like,
you know, like
that's how I used to be.
Yeah.
That's how I used to be. That.
Yes, they used
what
to
was
be
that?
That shit.
Hey, Kenda,
Listen.
you want a verse on my rap video?
Oh my goodness.
You is crazy with this rap video.
What is this song?
What's the name of the song?
I believe it when I see it.
Hey, it's not like you want to share the beat.
Did you just say you believe it when you see it? You know that I will pop out and do whatever the hell I want.
Is it gonna give Smokey Robinson's "Giving Up Hope"? Y'all know that
song?
First of all, Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't. I am a
Gang,
creative.
gang,
Okay.
gang.
I got skills. Okay.
You always handle everything.
Dude,
It's on my bucket list. I gotta check it off.
I'm so scared.
It's gonna be dope.
I'm
It's gonna
so
be
scared.
quality. I would
Hey,
not
as long
put
as you
y'all on
there,
anything that's
everything
terrible.
will be good. As
Right.
long as you there, boo.
I'm mad because he
Listen.
sound like one of them dudes like, you want to hear my rap song real
It-
quick?
It
Dude.
might
Like
be
he's so
given-
eager to share it. Like,
Y'all know it's a song that's trending on TikTok right now. To get your money, don't forget to get the money. And when you get your money, bring me the money. Y'all don't know.
What?
No.
It's
No.
giving that.
You
Yeah.
judging, you ain't even heard yet. Like it's dope. It's
I'm so scared.
concept is
Well,
fire.
you haven't shown us anything, so we just
At
have
all.
to assume. At
I'm
this
just trying to
point.
make sure I can get y'all locked in.
I'm
now.
not. No,
So when I get ready to do this
I got to
visual,
know what my name gonna
You
be.
know what's so
on.
funny?
representation is gonna be
I was-
phenomenal.
I would get gigs just like what Toad is trying to present. And one time I did get a gig like that, and I heard the song, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm not gonna say who I gave the gig to, but I definitely gave it to these two girls, these two women, and they said that like professionally he was fine. Like so, like your experience with all that, I think you're good at that aspect, but you might not.
See, that's what people don't understand. I am a chameleon.
I can see that. I can see
I
that.
have so many
Okay.
different hats I can wear. Don't get it twisted.
I need to hear. I'm not convinced. I need to hear a track or something.
We
You
gonna
say
get a
that now.
sneak peek when you gonna tell us the song and all
I'll
that.
let y'all know later.
Okay.
Wow, he don't even have the sound.
I'm
And
not
file.
doing
Kendra, you've been seeing me writing, so you
I ain't
know.
heard the rap. I ain't heard the rap though.
right.
You've
Wow.
been
I
seeing
see
me
it in
writing.
your poetry, but I ain't heard the rap. That's a whole
Not, she
different
said not
thing.
poetry.
You'll see it.
The poet,
So
he
he
didn't even
basically
know it.
needs y'all to help him make a dance to his new song.
I'm gonna let them do their thing.
I'm scared.
The
Okay.
So
visuals
he
is
needs
gonna be
something
I'm
dope.
gonna-
like
that's all I'm
he
gonna
got.
keep saying. I'm scared.
The visual gonna be dope. I don't even need a little fancy dance.
How you know the visual's gonna be dope?
Because look who I put in
I'm
place.
so scared.
He said he got the right
Look who I put in place. I got Buddha on choreography.
Oh my
I got
God,
you
no, you
directing, and I got
don't.
Praise as one of the
No, you
main
don't.
dancer. Oh my God!
players. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that do sound dope. though.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm
gonna lie.
on this island by myself.
That's the Holy Trinity.
Fire.
I'm like, y'all, because y'all don't want to do it, but y'all not saying
I
nothing.
need to hear the song first, so I can. Because if it's gonna be, if the visual is gonna be on point, I have to hear the song first, so
Yeah.
that I can make it match with the concept of
Well,
the song.
Of
Because
course, as a director, I'm not gonna leave you out there blind. I'm gonna have you.
I
You
feel
gonna hear.
blind
Okay.
and deaf.
I'm
right now.
It's fine.
So scared.
It's dope.
They
It's gonna
ain't
be dope.
sold, Tone. They ain't sold
They ain't
I'm
sold.
quite
really
yet.
not.
I'm not
I'm
sold.
really
All
not.
right.
I'm really not.
But I wait.
Well, we gonna wait.
I'll
yeah.
wait to see
Y'all
what you,
hear?
what you come up with. I
I'll
guess.
wait.
We'll talk about it when the mic's off.
He for real, y'all. We got the mic off
I
conversation.
gotta be
Oh
at work.
my
So
God.
I'm-
You do. I'll just,
No, me too, though.
I'll just bring it up to the job and play it on the speaker.
Well, I love this. Oh my God. I can't wait to see what y'all do next though, for real. For real, for real.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna check out your podcast. Because I didn't know you had a
Yeah,
pod
I
until
didn't
till
even
now.
know.
See,
So I'm
because
checking
I'm
out
not
your show
because
too.
I'm not Richard the boy that dances anymore. Remember what I just did?
See?
I'm trying my best. So
You doing
real
something
quick,
else.
a lot of people don't know that like I'm like, well, if you know my posts and you see my posts, like if I'm not posting dance or performing, I'm posting like anime and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I'm really big into anime, really big into gaming. I actually have a streaming channel, which is the same name as my Instagram, Bruno Benavelza. I stream a lot, stream out all different games, and I have a podcast that talks about that type of stuff. So
Mhm.
like
That's
anime,
different.
gaming, comics. And I do it with like 4
Mm.
other co-hosts. It's called KOT.
5. Give my credit, damn it.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
He said he on the show.
Do it.
I
Do
said I'm a
it.
member.
So, 5. Me and 5 different people of all different shades. We call it our group of people are called Blurs, which are Black nerds.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yeah, we just talk about anything related to that: gaming, anime, comics, manga. We get together, discuss hot topics, games that may came out, a new episode of an anime that may came out. And it's kind of like by episode. Sometimes we may stream different games and play games together and like learn
Nice.
different things. Yeah, so it's KOTV podcast, aka the Collective Podcast, here on the TDR Network. Shout out to Tone, my
Yes,
fifth,
big
my,
ups.
my brand new fifth member.
Look, Fifth in Harmony.
I have been here since day one. So
Oh, he has for sure.
Wow.
But yeah, that's my pod.
Well, I love it. I'm gonna check it out.
Definitely check it
I
out.
just started watching that live action Avatar.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I fuck with Aang.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. So yeah, I'm getting into it. A little
Okay.
bit, You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like so for our pod,
Dragon Ball Z.
for our pod, like we delve like really for real into like the deep aspect of those type of things.
Yeah.
But I always feel like there's something for everybody in that space too,
Mhm.
right? Like you like Avatar, I'm sure you guys find something, even if it's not anime related, but like a cartoon that you may like really like.
Yeah.
So like it's something for everybody to
I
talk
play the
about.
Sims.
Yeah. Oh, I
We
love
talked
the
about that
Sims.
before.
Go
So
ahead and
big
wrap
into
this
that
show
I
up
love
now.
that game too. I have to
Don't
chill
be
on that
hating.
game because
They be
I'm
dancing
like,
too
I'm
on the
living a
Sims.
double
What you talking
life.
They be getting down.
They get down. They be like,
You didn't get the mods yet when they be twerking?
and they got Ari Lennox on there.
What?
They got Ari
I
Lennox
love
on
me
the
some
Sims for it.
Ari.
I'm about to
Yeah,
upgrade.
They hit their little R&B station. But you know they can't say the
Wow.
real words. They gotta say the
The
Sim
Sim words.
Yeah, but it's the whole beat.
They
it's
be
the,
killing me with
all
the
the
way.
little ads.
Oh, and they be
Yeah.
bubbling like,
Yeah, they be
Man, you gonna make me go home and get on the game. Wait.
that I would get on the game just to hear
Yes,
uh,
just to see that.
a humming version of whipped cream.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's on my PlayStation, but I refuse
I
to play
definitely
it.
want to see that shit. Yeah, they be killing me. It's so It's so
That's
cute,
funny.
though.
That is
Oh my
funny.
God. That's dope. I'm glad you mentioned that. I love Sims.
I
man.
love Sim.
That's like the best game. I said though, I was living a double life. I had to slow down. I was playing it for hours.
Yeah, I was too.
For real.
I
So
was too.
It will get
I'm
you.
like, dang, I
It
need some
will.
of this stuff to come true. For
Cause I
real,
was
for
like,
real.
damn, what if my life really was like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You let
Yes.
the Sims play long enough,
with
you
it,
can write up.
Mother
That's a
Lode.
whole movie within itself.
Yeah.
It be
Oh, that's-
drama, it be tragedy,
Yes.
people be cheating on folks,
Yeah.
Man.
be deaf.
They be
It's a whole
woohooing.
movie
That
itself.
is
And the Sims, though, that's
Yeah.
funny.
The Sims on free
That's
play.
The
funny.
Sims, yeah. They be getting jealous. They be mugging each other. Like,
Yeah.
they be killing me with that shit. They be killing me with that shit. Dude. I
You
love
can
that
make them
game.
slap each other.
Yeah,
They be fighting.
real
They be
mad.
So-
quitting their jobs.
No, that's for real.
I be trying to make them marry each other. They be
Yeah.
like, you can't marry more than one Sim. It get messy for real.
I actually got their
Yes.
cookbook. That's how sad it is for me.
In real life.
Yeah, it's called the Unofficial Sims IRL Cookbook or something like that. Yeah, I got it for my
Wow.
birthday this past year.
Wow.
They got some good stuff up in there.
You made something?
I made
definitely
one
wanna see
thing.
that.
What was it?
It was like a high protein breakfast or whatever they say up
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah, they got the pictures of everything. The lobster thermidor. All that stuff.
Hey, lobster thermidor be hidden.
Yeah.
It's expensive
Funny.
to sell on the Sims,
Wow.
but
All that
they ain't
stuff.
got to eat for a couple of days.
Got some good
That's funny.
stuff.
Can I ask everybody a question here? Well, I guess
Yeah.
you too. So I know for me, like now I'm going back into dance.
Mhm.
I know for me that like right now in my journey, I have been doing more pageantry than anything. So like that's kind of like my bag right now. I am also getting into fashion. Shout out to the Super Friends. I'm gonna leave that right there.
Mhm.
But what's next for you two? Like
For
moving.
me, I'm still trying to keep going with the burlesque. That's what I've been
Okay.
getting into. I've been doing that for a few years now.
Okay.
I will be doing something soon at the Man Cave.
Yes.
It's not nothing like set in stone just yet, but we have been talking about it.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
That's where it
Didn't you just
started.
post
Yeah.
something?
Huh?
Didn't you just post something recently?
What you talking about?
Okay.
He just,
No, but
he just
yeah,
wants you to post
I
that.
want to. I
Right.
want to continue to do the burlesque thing. I think I want to go to like a show, like a Vegas show or something. I've
That'd
never
be
been to
dope.
Vegas, but I want to just go and see how theirs is because it's like burlesque is so like big.
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
gotta be in that world. It's
Yes,
so big.
it really is.
Like from the costumes to the makeup to
Yeah.
like people actually go and see these people do all this stuff. I've worked
Yes.
with some people from Chicago, Racine. And I also did a couple shows out at the Crucible in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
That must be like so out. Like they
Yeah.
have so many shows every like month. Like It's
Especially in the summertime.
when you go,
yeah,
because I'll come see you.
I will, but it's so deep, like the transitions,
Yeah.
all that. Like,
Yes.
so I'm gonna try to get in that back a little bit more and study a little bit more and see where I could go with it. But
They
if
tip
not, I'm
nice
still gonna
too.
be dancing sexy. Y'all
Let's
know that shit.
go.
I see that for you though.
Yeah,
I see that for you.
I can't help it.
Burlesque,
I like
they be
the
tipping
sound of
real
that.
good with burlesque.
Yeah.
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 And she said she's doing her Beyonce.
Yes. Other than that, I'm also right now I'm the coach for the dance team at the high school that I graduated from. So
Nice.
and then hopefully once I get a couple more classes under my belt and I learn how to teach, I really, really, really want to teach a hip hop class myself.
Yes.
So yeah.
I love it. I see y'all getting in film too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
Y'all can get
yeah.
into the art of film.
I want to. I
Oh,
actually
listen,
this
take
year
117. Okay.
I just got my certificate to start filming my own stuff.
Well,
So
look at that.
yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do a little script writing. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm really just
Guess
trying to
what
do
I'm doing?
anything that I can
I'm
get my
writing the
hands on
script.
for real.
Yeah,
Like
it's
yeah.
all connected.
While you
Yeah,
young.
it is. Yeah.
While you
Yeah.
young.
Even as a
Definitely
young
do
girl,
it.
I was wanted to do everything. I want to act. I want to model. I want to do this. So it's
Do it
like,
all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All flows very good together.
Especially nowadays, you got to be multi-talented.
Yeah.
Now you just can't be
Yeah.
a dancer anymore. You can't just be a singer anymore.
Yeah.
And if you are, you got to be like undeniable, right? As far as your
Mhm.
talent goes. So it's definitely the time. This is definitely the climate to be in your multi-bag
Yeah,
right now.
For sure.
absolutely.
This conversation really just kind of like lit a fire under me as
Mhm.
far as like,
Yay.
well, just more so like just I always knew what my space was going to be ultimately be in the community because again I never wanted to like even be in a line. Like I do better again making up choreography
Yeah.
versus being in it. Like I don't have to be in it because people will know like, oh, he made that up.
Mm-hmm.
I do better within those spaces. So I think that like that's kind of the bag that I'm really going to like over time get into and just like start building that hub that I've been talking about. Because
You
I
know
think
what
that
I
it's
think would be dope too? A lot more people when they get married, the woman is now
Yep.
like
They want to
doing those dance routines
I've got a lot. Yep.
At
I've got
the
a lot
wedding,
for their
to ask
spouse.
Call me,
Yes, I've
book
been seeing
me.
it more.
I got you. I can hook you up real
Yeah.
quick.
But that would be something too to
Yeah.
kind of dip your toe in a little
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, well, as far as like
Yeah.
that, yeah, that's kind of like a
Right.
given. I think that
Yeah.
all three of us will be in that bag for that type of like choreography
Yes.
gig. But
But
again,
now I know who to tell people to reach out to.
yeah, absolutely. I just think that I would leave that to y'all more so than me because again, I just think my bag now is just more so trying to establish a hub, like and more so like not even just a hub where people can like use studio space and things like that. But I think that like being seen is more of importance than just building a hub. So like for
Right.
me, even when I had revamp, I put on 2 shows that I was going to try to consistently do. They were called remix shows,
Mhm.
where again we would perform, and it'd be just like a hype show. Like we would perform, we have different performers, different styles,
Mhm.
all different styles, not even just hip hop anymore. Like all these different styles, as long as it creatively makes sense,
Yeah.
and it's artistic. Like that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. Like it's got to be artistic, it's got to be unique, and it's got to be creative, and just showcase that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where I'm at with it. My bag is
Okay.
more so in that than like being seen, because again, these new generation kids are fucking it up.
Yeah.
Like, they are like it's ridiculous. I can't stress enough how crazy Davion has been out here
Mhm.
doing his thing. And then I
Yeah.
just watched him at the night market, and he on that brick street,
yeah.
fucking it up. Him and Chris. And I'm just like, that's and it's and even in that, it's just like bridging 2 gaps. Like he's literally up there with me when it comes to like being a pillar in the community
Mhm.
versus somebody that's strong in his
Yeah.
potency as a dancer in the community right now.
Now,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like he's so strong in it. It's just to see both of them to let you know that it's not gone.
Yeah.
It's just it needs to be cultivated.
Mhm.
It really
It
needs to be
nurtured.
cultivated. It needs to be nurtured. And I've always been saying it. I just think that like I've been in the space of dancing more than actually trying to push that. And now that I'm not, I can now get that
Push
ball
the others.
moving.
Mhm.
And you will.
That's what I want. Thank you for real,
You're
for real.
welcome.
So be looking out. It's definitely coming. It's imperative that Milwaukee has this
It
for
is.
sure.
It is. All right. And I know y'all got shit to do. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I want to say to the audience, thank y'all again for tapping in. Y'all heard them. Y'all be looking out for all the amazing things that they do. And I will see y'all next week, Wednesday. This is Kenda here, your host, Mind My Own Podcast. And have a good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.